I've got a big question for you in the big finish tonight. Do you know what the Higgs boson is?
No idea. Oh, it's a thing. Kind of like an animal, or the...
a building? What do you think?
The Higgs boson? An installation?
A piece of art?
Some of the smartest people on the planet are struggling to answer this question. But here's the bottom line. The Higgs boson is a kind of particle. Some call it the God particle. It was discovered on the 4th of July in Switzerland, and it's a very big deal.
I think we have it. You agree? Yeah.
Scientists called Higgs boson the Holy Grail and the discovery of our lifetime. One researcher says it's the match that set off the cosmic explosion that created everything. Experts call the discovery profound and say it's the key to the structure of the universe. The discovery has changed the direction of science. It's opened a door for the future of research. And it happened at the Large Hadron Collider in Geneva, Switzerland. The construction cost $10 billion and it spans 17 miles under the border of Switzerland and France. 2,900 scientists are working exclusively on capturing the Higgs boson. And get this, those scientists analyzed 1,000 trillion collisions before finally finding it. But it's possible we could have made this historic discovery right here in America. And we could have done it a decade earlier. But Congress killed the superconducting super collider back in 1993.
We can argue about the scientific merits all day long. We can make all sorts of exaggerated claims. We simply cannot afford it. We have other priorities.
Both parties killed the Texas project that might have kept the U.S. on the cutting edge. So what is the Higgs boson? Maybe it's a missed opportunity. I'm joined by Leonard Muldenoff, a physicist and science writer at Caltech in Pasadena, and the author of Subliminal, How Your Unconscious Mind Rules Your Behavior. Thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight.
Nice to be here.
So what should the average person know about the Higgs boson?
Well, there are four forces in nature: gravity, which is described by Einstein's theory of general relativity, and the other three, which are described by something we call the Standard Model. And the Standard Model in elementary particle physics is probably the most successful theory that science has ever produced. It's made numerous predictions that have been confirmed in laboratories around the world. But one thing that's never been observed before is the Higgs boson, which is a key feature of the theory. And the Higgs boson is very important because, not only because the theory doesn't really work without it, but because it's what, according to the theory, gives everything mass. And so if the Higgs boson or the Higgs field did not exist, as predicted by the Standard Model, you would have no mass, there would be no atoms, there would be no molecules, there would be no planets, no stars, and simply we just wouldn't be here.
Well, that explains why the Higgs boson is so important, right? Because is it the missing, if you will, piece of evidence we need for the kind of unified field theory? We don't want to go too densely into the physics that I don't completely understand, but you know, Einstein sought for 50 years this unified field theory. Is this a key ingredient that will help us understand the nature of the universe?
Well, it's in a way the missing piece of the Standard Model. It's the last particle to be predicted by the Standard Model that we found. But in a way, it's also a beginning. And what we observe at the LHC, or the Large Hadron Collider, is also, it fills out the Standard Model, but it's really physicists hope a beginning where we might find other particles that give us the keys to what you're talking about, how to go beyond the Standard Model to create a unified theory that includes gravity as well.
Professor, why wasn't this discovered in the United States?
Well, first of all, the United States played a key role. I mean, we've invested about $500 million into the construction of the Large Hadron Collider, and numerous scientists, including many scientists here at Caltech, worked on the experiments there. So I wouldn't say that it was not a non-U.S. discovery. And also, I'd like to say that the Higgs boson is not a U.S. boson. It's not a European boson. Nature is something that we all investigate in science as a worldwide effort. But about 20 years ago, we here in the U.S. were building a collider that would have been like the LHC, or actually even superior to it. And we spent about $2 billion on it, and then Congress lost interest in it and decided the funds could be better used elsewhere and just cut it off.
Well, 30 seconds left. Do you think we're being left behind as a nation in groundbreaking research?
No, I don't. I mean, we still get far more Nobel Prizes than our population would indicate. We spend far more money than other countries, also per capita. So, and we have great scientists here. So, I wouldn't say that, but I do think that it's important to value science, and I hope that the United States continues to do so.
All right, the Higgs, Boson, Leonard Mladenov, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
That's the Ed Show. I'm Michael Eric Dyson in for Ed Show.